The VICSEED Easy Clip car phone mount was sent to me at no charge for the purpose of this review. You get your cradle with a locking nut. You get a dash mount or a window mount, a vent mount, a stabilizer if you need that, and then if your dash does not have a good place for a suction cup, they also give you a suction pad that you could use. Now, I've never had to use one of these, and so we're not going to use one today, but I will show you how these work. I first want to look at the cradle here, and it's a good sized cradle. It's got ratcheting arms that will lock your phone in place. Just an easy push button to open those arms. And when you do, if you do have a larger phone, the cradle legs here are adjustable for a larger phone, which is a really nice feature to have. Oftentimes when you put a big phone in there and you squeeze your arms, you're going to hit your power button or your volume button. You can avoid that by adjusting your legs so that your volume is either above or below the arms. So that's really nice to have. Now, the way that you're going to use this, first off, you're going to want to find a place where you want your dash mount to go if you are using the dash mount. So you can either mount that to your dash, and you want to make sure that you're keeping your phone out of your line of sight here, and but easy to look at as well. So if I was to use a dash mount here, I would mount it. And by the way, this arm here is completely adjustable so that you can put that in any position that suits you best to make for safe driving, yet still being able to see your phone if you get an emergency phone call or an emergency text. And so we're just going to peel the adhesive, and this is a white glue here, and white glue is a high temperature glue, so we don't have to worry about it melting in the hot sun during the summertime. And then we're going to press that down real hard, and then we're going to lock that into place just like that. So this is what it's going to look like here. We're just going to set that down and lock it into place, and now we're good to go. Next thing we're going to do is just take our cradle, loosen that nut just a little bit, and then pop it on there and tighten that down. Now, probably what I would do is I would move this out of my line of sight down here around the vent. Okay, now I can move this back, I can move this forward, whatever is convenient for me. I could put it on my windshield, either side of my windshield. This is going to suction cup really tight, really nice and easy, and making it convenient for you to reach your phone. Now, it's going to hold the weight, but if you do have one of the larger phones, we do have a stabilizer that we can put here to keep that arm strong so that it's not bouncing all over the place. So that's what that's going to look like there with the Galaxy S21. Now, if it was me, I would use a vent mount. Now, the vent mount has offset feet, and then it also has little teeth here on the back, a little tooth on the back, so that when you put it into your vent, it is just going to lock to the back side of that vent, and you're not going to have to worry about that coming out if you're hitting bumps or if you happen to pull on your phone a little bit. Now, again, I want to show you just how tight this suction is. It's on there really, really good. Now, if you do move this, you can wash it with soap and water and reuse it. So it can actually even go from car to car if you would like. To take that cradle off, we're going to just loosen the locking nut, and we're going to pull that dash mount out, and then we're going to stick it into our vent and get that snugged down. Now, what I really like about this is that it's got these braces here so that your phone's not going to be flopping all around in there. And you can see how tight that is, really nice. And I got my locking nut loose, and I'm just going to pop that on there just like that and screw that down tight, and then I can angle my phone in any direction, which is going to be most convenient for me to use. So I really like the vent mounts, and once I get that in a position that suits me fine, it's going to be just like that, super easy to use. If that seems a little bit loose to you, tighten that locking nut a little bit more, and boom, look at that. That's the VICSEED Easy Clip dash mount, vent mount. I definitely recommend these. This is super easy to install, great to use, and it's going to keep your eyes on the road and out of your line of sight, yet easy to access, easy to reach if you do have an emergency call or an emergency text.